Nothing is certain in the NBA except one thing: no player or team is immune to an upset. History has shown us as much in the league's 70-plus years of existence. But what teams and players have suffered the most stunning upsets in NBA history? Which squads underachieved on such an epic level that their names are etched in infamy forever? Who wasted the most talent? In a lot of cases, they're the same teams and players that are considered among the greatest of all time. And when they failed, they got back up. But we still can't forget those choke jobs. There were a lot of teams that choked in the NBA, but here are the 10 worst underachieving teams in NBA history. Number 10, the 2010-2011 Los Angeles Lakers. They have a regular season record of 57 wins and 25 losses, first in the Pacific Division. They have Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, and Ron Artest. They score 101.5 points per game, 9th in the league, and 8th on defense with 95.4 points allowed. Lamar Odom was the NBA's 6th Man of the Year, while Kobe Bryant led the NBA in missed field goals with 899. The Lakers were trying to three-peat this year and win a third consecutive title for the third time in franchise history. But the team had trust issues all along, according to center Andrew Bynum, and they lost by 30-plus points to the Mavericks in the final game of a playoff sweep. At number 9, the 1980-81 Los Angeles Lakers. They have a record of 54 wins and 28 losses, second in the Pacific Division. Paul Westhead was the coach at this time, and they have Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Cooper, and Jamal Wilkes. They are 5th in the league in scoring and 13th on defense. Norm Nixon ranked 2nd in the NBA with 8.8 assists per game. But the defending champion Lakers fell apart from within. Magic Johnson's knee injury kept him out for 45 games, but he was back for the playoffs. For some reason, the Lakers didn't all welcome him back with open arms, including Paul Westhead, who was fired the next season. They lost to the Houston Rockets in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs 2-1. At number 8, the 1992-93 Phoenix Suns. They have a regular season record of 62 wins and 20 losses, first in the Pacific Division. Paul Westphal was the coach, with Charles Barkley, Danny Ainge, Dan Marley, and Kevin Johnson. They are first in the league in offense with 113.4 points per game, but 18th on defense. Charles Barkley was the NBA's most valuable player this year, and Jerry Colangelo was the NBA Executive of the Year. The team was built to win an NBA title, starting with a blockbuster offseason trade for Charles Barkley. The Suns finished with an NBA best 62-20 record, but the team was out of steam by the NBA Finals after a brutal run through the Western Conference playoffs, and Michael Jordan and the Bulls got the best of the Suns and his good friend Charles Barkley. They lost to the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals 4-2. At number 7, the 1968-69 Los Angeles Lakers. They have a record 55 wins and 27 losses, good for first place in the Western Division. They have a solid lineup of Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, and the legendary Jerry West. They're 6th in the league in scoring with 112.2 points per game and 4th on defense with 108.1 points allowed. Wilt Chamberlain led the NBA with 1,712 total rebounds, averaging a whopping 21.1 rebounds per game. The modern-day super teams in the NBA had nothing on this Lakers squad, who brought Wilt Chamberlain in during the offseason to team with Elgin Baylor and Jerry West. An aging Boston squad led by player-coach Bill Russell still won the NBA Finals in 7 games, and Russell retired afterwards. West was named NBA Finals MVP in the losing effort after averaging 37.9 points, 7.4 assists, and 4.7 rebounds in the series. The Lakers lost to the Boston Celtics 4-3. Number 6, the 1983-84 Philadelphia 76ers. They have a regular season record of 52 wins and 30 losses, second in the Atlantic Division. Their lineup had Julius Dr. J. Irving, Moses Malone, Maurice Cheeks, Bobby Jones. They were 16th in the league in scoring with 107.8, but 5th on defense with 105.6. Jones and Cheeks made the NBA All-Defensive Team, and Malone led the league with 13.4 rebounds per game. The 76ers were the defending champions after sweeping the Lakers in the 1983 finals. With Philadelphia's entire roster returning, this seemed like a team primed for a repeat. But the 76ers were swept out of the playoffs in the first round by the Nets, who had never won a playoff series. Number 5, the 1993-94 Seattle Supersonics. They have a regular season record of 63 wins and 19 losses. Led by head coach George Karl, they had a formidable lineup consisting of Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf, and Kendall Gill. They were 5th in the league in offense with 105.9 points per game and 6th on defense with only 96.9 points allowed. Nate McMillan ranked 1st in the NBA with 216 steals, and Gary Payton, who made the NBA All-Defensive Team, ranked 7th with 188. Seattle set the franchise record for regular season wins and earned number 1 seed in the Western Conference. The Sonics then became the first number 1 seed to lose to the number 8 seed in NBA history, falling to the Denver Nuggets in 5 games despite taking a 2-0 series lead. Number 4, the 2010-2011 Miami Heat. They had a regular season record of 58 wins and 24 losses. Eric Spoelstra had his three-headed monster in LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. They were 8th in the NBA in scoring with 102.1 points per game and 2nd in the NBA on defense with only 84 points allowed. LeBron James made the All-NBA First Team and NBA All-Defensive Team, and Pat Riley was NBA Co-Executive of the Year. LeBron James became perhaps the most celebrated free agent signing in history when he picked the Heat and teamed with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Then he promptly guaranteed 6 championships. The loss to the Mavs in the NBA Finals came as James uncharacteristically imploded on the court. Although James went on to win 2 titles in Miami, he fell 4 rings short of his guarantee. Top 3, the 1974-75 Washington Bullets. They had a regular season record of 62 wins and 20 losses, first in the Central Division. Casey Jones had a lineup with Elvin Hayes, Phil Chenier, and Wes Unseld. They were 5th in the league in scoring with 104.7 points per game and 2nd on defense with 97.5 points allowed. Wes Unseld and Elvin Hayes ranked 3rd and 5th in the NBA respectively in total rebounds with 1,077 and 1,004. The Bullets seemed like a virtual lock to win it all this year behind Elvin Hayes and Wes Unseld. The final result was another sweep in the NBA Finals, this time at the hands of the Warriors. The Bullets finally won a title in 1978. Number 2, the 2018-2019 Los Angeles Lakers. With LeBron James moving from Cleveland, they had a losing record of 37 wins and 45 losses, 4th in the Pacific Division. Coached by Luke Walton, LeBron James had Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Rajon Rondo as teammates. They were only 16th in the league on offense with 111.8 points per game and only 21st on defense with 113.5 points allowed. They opened the season with 20 wins and 14 losses and then went 17 and 31 for the rest of the season. Sure, LeBron fills up the seats, but it's tough to justify a 4-year, $154 million contract and no playoffs when it comes to the basketball side of things. No one expected the Lakers to make the finals in the 2019 season, but a franchise record 6 straight seasons with no playoffs is baffling. And the top choking team in NBA history goes to the 2015-2016 Golden State Warriors. They had an all-time record 73 wins and 9 losses, first in the Pacific Division and the NBA. Luke Walton subbed for coach Steve Kerr while he was recovering from a back surgery and led the team to a 39-4 start. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green led the NBA in offense with 114.9 points per game and 19th on defense with 104.1. Steph Curry was the NBA's most valuable player. Steve Kerr was the NBA Coach of the Year, and the team broke 25 NBA single-season records. Golden State set the NBA regular season wins record as they pursued a second consecutive NBA title. But the Warriors then became the first team in NBA history to blow a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals, in no small part to the suspension of Draymond Green for Game 5. The city of Cleveland won its first pro sports title since 1964.